What was the craziest thing you had to do to grow the brand?
That's a good question. You know, honestly, word of mouth. There's nothing crazy. I think it was, I just went to every single run club, every event. I just handed sticks and hands. And I don't think it was crazy. I'm just not a morning person. So the crazy thing is 5 a.m. handing out sticks at run club is pretty nuts. But no, man, I think we had a really good community launching. You know, a lot of our friends were into it, and I think the word of mouth spread pretty quickly. So it hasn't been too challenging yet in terms of like creative things launching the business, but you get witty and scrappy along the way. I mean, there's so many stories, but or a longer podcast for sure.
Where do you think the industry is going in the next 5 years? What do you think consumers are going to want from brands in the future?
Customers getting smarter. They know how to read a label now. Thankfully, a lot of big health nutritionists and health influencers are teaching consumers how to read between the lines. You know, I launched the brand. I didn't know how to read a nutrition label. And big brands, you don't read a front label. Don't believe a front label. They lie. And if you read between the lines and you know how to read nutrition facts, I think the customers are getting very smart. They're getting very clean. They care what they put in their bodies now. And I think if big brands don't start catching up with that, all these legacy brands that we know and trust we grew up with are going to bubble up. But I think clean, healthy, and functional is the future. It needs to work, you know, and people are getting very smart, and consumers are now very conscious when they shop the food aisle. All those gimmicks and placebo ones that, you know, it gives you this and that, people are caught onto it. They're pretty smart. And our new political health system is very, you know, what they're doing with the health system now, it's the right move.